So Football Manager 2021 is finally here, and players all around the world are always excited to look at the next best things, the wonderkids that can take their club to the next level. Well, on today's video, we're going to be looking at 10 wonderkids that you've never heard of. We're going to be kicking off from the back and starting with our goalkeeper. It is the 18-year-old Belgian Maarten Vandevoordt. Vandevoordt kicks off at KRC Genk, and you can see his attributes are probably not at that world-class level just yet. With goalkeepers, people tend to believe they sort of peak during the later stages of their career, so you'd expect Vandevoordt to have a long time left in his career. Well, fast forward 5 years, you can already see those attributes have matured, flourished, and he looks a fantastic goalkeeper, and a goalkeeper that would be very, very comfortable at first team level. That progression and development at Genk with that first team football has really, really improved him, and you'd be happy to have him at any team in the top level. Next up on the list is the young Croatian centre-back, the 18-year-old Joško Gvardiol, currently playing for Dynamo on loan from RB Leipzig. But you can see Gvardiol already boasts some great attributes for a young defender, and lots to still be improved on. Physically he's good, he's tall at 6'1" as well, decent heading, tackling and marking. But if we fast forward 5 years into the future, at 23 years of age, Gvardiol again looks like a fantastic player and anybody that could fit into any top division side. Physically he's fantastic and he's grown a lot in speed with his pace and acceleration. His passing is unbelievable for a centre back as well, so if you want to be playing him as maybe a libero or a ball playing defender, he would fit that quite nicely. But the marking, tackling and heading are all solid for a centre-back, and mentally he boasts all the attributes of a top-level defender. Next up on this list is Filipe Cruz, the 18-year-old Portuguese right-back who's playing for Benfica. He can actually play all down the right-hand side, but right-back seems to be his key position. His contract actually does expire in the first season, so you may be lucky enough to approach to sign him on a free transfer in your first season. Cruz already boasts some decent attributes for an attacking fullback, crossing of 12, dribbling of 12, and of course those can all improve. His marking and heading is a little bit low for a fullback, but with his potential ability, Filipe Cruz could turn out to be a very, very decent right-sided player. We're staying in Portugal for the next player, and the next one on this list is Nuno Mendes. And if you haven't heard of this guy before and you're a Football Manager player, I'm fairly certain in the next couple of months you will see his name popping up quite a lot. The young left-back currently plays for Sporting in Portugal, and already at the start of the game boasts some incredible attributes as a left back or a left wing back as well. Physically fantastic, already quite quick at 6 foot is a decent height for a wing back or a full back as well. His crossing is great, he's got some good marking and tackling attributes as well. But let's just fast forward 5 years into the future, and you can see here he's made the jump to Borussia Dortmund, and his value is shot up to £56 million now. Mentals and physicals are fantastic, a very quick fullback, and already his technicals still starting to grow. At 22 years of age, Nuno Mendes could turn out to be the best left back in the game. We're sticking in Portugal again for the next one. We're looking at Gustavo Assunção, who currently plays for Famalicão in Portugal. You can see here his attributes for a young Brazilian defensive midfielder are very, very solid. Mentally, he's so consistent. It's really, really good. Physicals could be improved on slightly, but already his technicals in the key areas as a defensive midfielder. A great passer of the ball. He's got that tackling, that technique, but those mentals can really help him grow into another world-class player. The next player on this list is by far the youngest. We're looking at Gavi from Barcelona at just 15 years of age. He plays predominantly as a central midfielder or an attacking midfielder through the middle, but can also do a job out on the wings or even up front. Now at 15 years of age, he has got bags of time to improve. Physicals could of course be a lot better, but as he gets older, I'm sure his stamina, strength and pace is going to improve. And he's only 5'3", and of course he can grow over the next few years in game. But already at 15 years of age, boasts some fantastic technical attributes. For this one, I'm going to fast forward 5 years again. You can see he's still at Barcelona, currently out on loan at the German club Werder Bremen on this save. And you can see some of those attributes there. His dribbling's improved to 16, his technique as well. And his physicals have actually really grown to have him as a very, very good central midfield option, even as an attacking midfielder there. His creativity with that passing, the dribbling, everything. he's going to be a very, very good player to keep your eye out on this year. We're moving on to a left winger, and we're going across to Italy this time to look at Jens Petter Hauge, who's just moved to AC Milan. The young Norwegian player is already quite established, to be honest, but could still improve on those attributes and turn out to be one of the best wingers on FM21. At 6 foot tall, he's already got some fantastic physical attributes, and that dribbling and flair is going to make him out to be one very tricky winger and one player to keep your eye out on FM21 this year. We're going across to Ukraine for the next one. We're going to be looking at Shakhtar winger Tete. The young Brazilian at 20 years of age can play as a right midfielder or an attacking right midfielder in game. He's got so much time still to develop and already some great attributes there as well. You can see the ones that stand out there on his technical side of things or his first touch and his technique. He's got some good crossing and dribbling already, and already his physicals as well at 16 acceleration and 15 pace. That could go up a couple of notches as well to turn him out to be one lethal winger. Again, another one to keep your eye out on, Tete from Shakhtar. For the next one, we're going back to Portugal, and this time we're going to Porto to look at Fabio Vieira, the 20-year-old midfielder. Again, who is someone that is quite versatile, can play predominantly through the middle, but if you want him to play on the wings, he can also do that job for you. The 20-year-old, again, is very, very solid. Got some really consistent attributes throughout, technically, mentally, and physically as well. And again, another player with lots of game time could develop out to be one of the best players and best playmakers on this game. You can already see the key attributes for him as a midfielder: his passing, his technique, his first touch, his dribbling. They're already at 15, 14. That's quite high. And as a player with game time over the next 2-3 years, if they go up 1 or 2 notches, he's going to be unplayable on his day. Fabio Vieira could be available for a very, very small price towards the start of the game. Definitely one to keep your eye out on. And the final player on this list is the young Italian striker Wilfried Gnonto, who just recently made the move to Zurich from Inter Milan. You can see already he's got attributes that would excite any manager at just the young age of 16. Can play as an attacking midfielder or as a striker. And those physicals and that finishing could mean he's going to be one powerful striker. I'm going to fast forward 5 years again. You can see in this save, he's only moved to young boys, but already look at those physicals. He's so quick, and that finishing and composure is very good and can still improve. His technique is good as well. I think if you give this player some time, development, game time, he could turn out to be one hell of a striker. Well guys, that is my list of 10 wonderkids you may well never have heard of. If there's anybody on this list that you feel that we've missed out and people should take a look at, let us know in the comment section down below. Or if there's any players on this list that you've used already and would really recommend to other people watching, let us know. But until next time guys, look after yourselves and we'll see you all very, very soon.